This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network.
Hi, I'm Gearóid Farrelly.
And I'm Niamh Kavanagh.
And you're listening to Agony Rants. Well, Niamh.
Holidays.
Holidays are finished.
I know, well.
Game over.
Are they?
Niamh, they're too stressful.
I know, well, do you know the thing is, like, because we've both been kind of taking time off, to recharge our batteries, do our thing. I know. From our very stressful lives. And I've discovered that the problem I have now is my body goes, you have time to be sick, to be tired, to be all the things. We have time. Every time I sit down anywhere now, I'm falling asleep like some old woman.
I'm exactly the same. I keep falling asleep. And also I keep having these like minor panics about things.
Oh, like what?
Like, the world is heating up. We're all going to die.
Oh, okay.
I listened to this podcast recently and they were talking about how whenever nature wants to kill something, it raises the temperature.
Yeah, well, that'd be about right.
So if you get sick, your body raises your temperature because it cooks the bacteria, to get rid of it. And what's happening now is the earth
is basically getting rid of us. Yeah, well, that's fair enough.
It's like, get rid of these people, they're ruining everything.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
Now, to be fair, the person saying this was William Shatner. Nevertheless, William Shatner or not, Niamh,
he knows stuff.
He's kind of right.
He's been all over the universe, him.
That put the willies up me and I didn't sleep for about 2 weeks. So I just find that if when I'm gigging, all I'm worried about is the next gig.
Okay. Whereas
now I'm a bit I'm just getting involved in everything and minor things are stressing me out. I was in Tesco's
do you think
last week.
That's not minor? That's not minor. The world is cooking us now.
No,
that's
but
not minor.
William Shatner saying it shouldn't be the big deal that it is.
I know.
That shouldn't keep you awake at night. I was in Tesco's last week and I was trying to work out what the carbon footprint was on an avocado, and I was just just buy the avocado.
I know, for God's sake.
The eggs are poaching upstairs.
I know, come on.
So I'm very stressed. So I made an executive decision this week after 2 weeks of just being mentally ill.
Okay. You're not on holiday ever again.
I decided, just go back to work.
I know.
I did 2 new material gigs this week.
I saw.
Because I'm just just stop. I'm not the sort of person that sits around. I don't lie around on the couch.
No.
I mean, do you know what I did last night? I saw an ad for Jack Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
On Amazon Prime.
Was that the TV one with John Krasinski?
With the very hot.
I love him.
Man.
I know, despite his nose, he's amazing.
What's wrong with his nose?
There's nothing wrong with his nose.
Peculiar nose.
It's a little. I mean, you forgive it because he just makes you smile every day.
I always think that looking at his nose, you know exactly what his penis looks like.
I've never thought that before, but maybe now I will. Maybe now I will.
Niamh.
Is that an indication?
I think it is.
Somebody's nose looks like their penis.
I think so.
I can't even look at you right now.
Think about my nose, Niamh. Bigger than it should be. Anyway.
I have to meet people I don't know later. I'm hoping there's no men. I'll just be thinking about that all day. Anyway, oh my God.
Anyway, what I did was I saw the ad for Jack Ryan. I watched one episode of it and I thought, you know what? If I had less time on my hands, I wouldn't be subjecting myself to this dog shit.
I used to feel like occasionally you go into a film and you say, I will never get that time back in my life.
I know.
And don't get me wrong, I can watch shite, right? I can watch filler. I'm a good girl for the filler. But I guess because we're always busy and we're working and we're doing whatever we're doing, we don't feel like we have time for all that,
When you have time, you'll waste it.
But it's nice though sometimes. Come on.
I know.
Now, listen, I was in Donegal, right? And, it's lovely up there because my body just switches off, as does my mind, which is really nice.
Well, you see, it's different. You see, you have this nice routine, right? That you take the summers off.
I do.
You have a mobile home up in Donegal.
Yeah.
And you just go up there and you unplug.
Yes, I do. So when I go up there, my body automatically goes, you're on holiday now. It's tragic. I call it Donegalitis. About 3 days in, I can't actually stay awake for more than an hour. But the funny thing was...
It's the biorhythms of the waves.
It is, all of those things. But to be fair, I'm not able to take the full summer off like I did when the kids were small, because they were my excuse for taking the whole summer off. Right.
Okay.
So obviously now I still have to work. So I'm obviously coming in and out of work, and so it's not quite the same. But my body still reacts when I go up there because it knows my life is simple up there. I walk, I eat, I sleep, I read, whatever I do. Right. But this weekend, my sister and her husband, who have just had their first baby, right, late baby, and have rocked up to spend the weekend, which was just really beautiful now. And, you know, because I travel all the time, I don't get a hands-on.
I'd say you must have been absolutely furious.
Well, no. She was amazing. Poppy's a gorgeous girl. But the best part of it all was all of the people who know me on the site, and I had several people shout at me, "Is that your first?" Right, as in grandchild. Right? But two very hopeful people saying, "Is that a wee late one?" I don't know which one horrified me more.
Late baby?
Yeah.
Oh, well done.
Horrified me. I felt like Naomi Campbell.
Yeah.
Because, you know, she's had two babies, 51 and 53. She had two. Now,
she didn't have those babies.
No, I know. She welcomed two new babies into her life, right? That's it. That's all I know.
She went into a place that looked like a dog pound and went, those two.
No, stop now. But probably, yeah.
51 and 52.
She's not. No, honestly, listen.
You'd need to be on more than folic acid to get them done.
But you know, the biggest, and I'm 55, so it's definitely not happening. Believe me, it's definitely not happening anyway. But the point is, I was mixed feelings about whether I wanted to be the wee late one or the first grandchild. I wasn't sure. I mean, it's neither, because she's my niece. Although I keep saying, "Is your granty, Niamh? I'm your granty." Because I'm old enough to be your grandmother, really.
For a start, I wouldn't congratulate somebody for having a late baby.
No, well.
Because nobody has ever had a late baby and gone, this was completely planned. I'm really glad
Except
this happened.
My mother absolutely swears blind that she planned her last one. And I mean, that was 15 years after she had me. Like, so she had 3 kids. And then at the age of 40, she decided she's going to have another baby. Now, most of us start now in our 40s, like 30s, 40s. But she literally decided to have another baby at 15. I'm not convinced. No. You know, but she says, no accidents in our house. Right? She's not having any of that. Yeah. But actually, when I had my children, I was 33 and 35. But because Paul's older than me, he was 40. If I was 33, he was 44 and 46 when we had our kids. And he was wrecked. He'll tell you that himself. He was exhausted. He didn't have the energy for them. Loved them to bits, right? But when I said yes to having another one, right? No. You
see, I think you hit a certain age. Like, I mean, I think I'm of an age now where I feed a cat twice a day and it's a drain. Like that cat.
And I wouldn't mind, but you can program a machine to do that.
That cat is never going to come to me with a problem.
No, never.
You know, it's never going to, be in a fight in school. It's never going to get suspended.
Like what? Like I
did?
Like
the worst thing that can happen to that cat is it goes out onto the balcony and a seagull pecks it, which has happened before.
I know, but to be fair, the level of stress that you carried about that for a long time, I'm really grateful you don't have children.
Do you know what?
Because you wouldn't be able for the stress.
No, I think I'd be one of those fathers that are like those people that go, you know, the way they go into the school with a rifle.
Oh, yeah.
Because somebody hit their kid once.
Yeah.
She's still afraid of seagulls when she goes out in the balcony.
Bless
Yeah.
her.
And the proudest moment of my life, right, was one day I was having a little nap. As I do.
As you do.
A little nap on my bed. And she came in and she jumped up on my chest like she normally does. And then normally when she jumps up on my chest, she falls asleep, right?
Right, okay.
But I just heard her go, right? And something fell on my face. And I was like, okay, take a moment. And I opened my eyes and there was a crow's wing on my face. And I didn't want to be upset because you don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth. But I just thought, okay, fair play.
Did you have roast crow that night? What the hell is wrong with you?
She's learned to fight back. This is good.
Okay.
This is progress.
Well, it's not quite the seagull though.
No, but I feel like, okay, she's had a win. I feel like she's had a win.
Okay.
You know,
she feels empowered.
Like I was going to buy a mouse and just let it free around just so she could find it and kill it. Because I feel like she doesn't have those hunter, you know.
It's like the fucking what's they called, the Hunger Games or something.
Yeah,
what
but I feel like, you know, she's got there's a primal instinct that's not being met. I mean, it is being met now because she attacks my boyfriend when he goes to sleep.
I was just going to say.
He'll be asleep and she'll just pounce on him and scratch his eyes.
Yeah.
I think she has her reasons. Whenever she needs to get sick, she always goes into this mad panic where she like runs in a circle and then she's like scratching the bedroom door. And she's like, quick, I need to get sick. Let me in so I can do it on the carpet.
I thought she was getting out. She's not looking to get out. She wants to get out.
No, she's like, get me in, quick.
You need to witness this.
I have to get sick and destroy something.
There's absolutely no way that I can get sick without you being a part of this. So good.
Yeah, exactly. She has to tell everyone. Well, now a poo with my cat now is a 2-man job. Because for her to get up on the toilet, she needs someone to keep watch. As you do, in fairness.
Oh, well,
there's no knock on the door. You know, we've all been there. Attention, Agony Rants listeners, I am on tour. Well, I'm not. I'm off tour. But I'll be back on tour from September. It's the next leg of my Glamour Hammer tour. If you've seen the show, no need to come again. It's the same. But if you saw the show and enjoyed it, tell your friends. Send them along. I'll be on tour from September to January. And I'll be doing dates in Cork, Thurles, I have a Vicar Street on 16th of September. I will be all around the country in places that I haven't been already. But if you're in Cork, I'll be at the Everyman, and I would love you to come to that.
Oh, listen.
Cork, what's going on?
Do you know what I can't believe, right?
Go on.
I can't believe you're discouraging people who've already seen you.
Well, I mean,
because if they loved it, why would they not
come back if you want? But you know,
you might be funny. I
don't like rinsing people.
You might be. I know.
If you would like to get tickets, you can get tickets by going to gearóidferrari.com or through the link in my Instagram bio. And if you click on that link, if it's there, it has tickets available. Because some of them are sold out.
I know. That's because you're amazing. Nothing but love here.
She looks absolutely furious. We are pausing for a moment to remind you that Agony Rants is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network. We are delighted to be on the Head Stuff Podcast Network.
And no doubt we are the favourites.
We are the favourites. And would you believe that this week the cross promo is us?
No way.
All of the other shows are promoting our show.
About time.
I
know, because we say lovely things about people all the time.
And if you haven't subscribed to Head Stuff Plus is a bonus platform. It's like Patreon. The only difference is that as well as getting our bonus content, you will get bonus content from all of the shows on the Head Stuff Podcast Network.
Yes.
And in, I think it's 2 weeks' time, we are launching our bonus show.
Yes, very exciting.
We're not sure what we're calling it.
We need a kind of an idea for what to call it. Teenage angst.
I think. Well, maybe. Well, I was thinking we could call it continued professional development.
Yeah, it just rolled off the tongue, that one. CPD.
We'll take the conversation outline.
CPD for short.
Yeah, continue.
Very close to CB deal.
Professional
CB deal, CPD.
Because it's it links to the format.
Right, okay.
Which we will explain on a bonus episode.
Okay.
It's
coming soon.
It's coming soon. We have 5 episodes recorded, I think, and
we do.
Stunning. So yes, please subscribe on headstuffpodcasts.com/register. Did you know, Niamh?
What?
You can vote for us in the Listener's Choice, to be nominated for the Listener's Choice Award on the British Podcast Awards.
Can we?
British Podcast Awards, excuse me.
Hello? I know quite a few people have written to us about that now.
It's nice.
I have voted for them. And I love that they say that.
Yeah, thank you so much for anyone that's voting for us.
And we have no way.
Really nice. I mean, I don't think we're going to win.
And we have no way of proving that they have voted for us.
Absolutely not, because we just send the tweet for a like. But look,
we love them.
Yes, so you can do that on BritishPodcastAwards.com, and we would love you for it. And also, I'm sure there'll be a Listener's Choice Award for the Irish Podcast
because
Awards.
We're not likely to be listed for anything else.
And I just want to say, I did submit an entry.
You couldn't help yourself.
For the Irish Podcast Awards.
Okay, well, fingers crossed.
If I am slapped twice, it's shame on me.
Okay.
We weren't nominated last year. Shame on them. If we're not nominated this year, shame on me. It's on me.
No, it's their loss.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Absolutely. Now, I'm gigging in Brighton.
Are you?
The night of the awards. So if we do win, you're going to have to pick it up.
Okay. Well, I'll bring a photo of you. Or no, you know what I'll do? I'll wear like a t-shirt with your face on it.
Exactly. That's exactly what you should
Or I could bring boots.
No boots.
She's in the cat carrier?
Very high appearance fee.
Okay.
So yes, please vote for us. We would be your best friends. Niamh, we have a follow-up.
I know, I love follow-ups.
We've had a few follow-ups.
Yeah.
Actually, and we've had some lovely reviews. You know what? Let's read the reviews first.
Read the reviews. I like the reviews. They make me feel better.
They do. We feel good about ourselves when we have a review. If you want to leave us a review, you can do so wherever you've downloaded this.
Yes.
So if you're listening on Spotify, you can leave us a 5-star rating. If you're listening on Apple, you can write paragraphs about how better we make your life.
And with 5 stars.
With 5 stars. 5 stars only, please.
Yes.
None of your 4-star shit. This 4-star diplomacy can just stop now. Thank you very much. 5 stars. If you enjoy it, it's a 5-star podcast. So LOC says, most enjoyable, a breath of fresh air.
That'd be us.
That's very respectful.
They're obviously not in the room with us.
Nokia Hertz says, listen to this podcast full effing stop. Gearóid and Niamh are just amazing. Funny people who always leave me smiling and laughing as they positively rant about life. I don't think I always positively rant.
No, it's not always from the positive, to be fair.
No, absolutely not.
But we'll take it.
Aggressive, rude, negative. As they positively rant about life and help out people with their worries. 11 out of 10. 11 out of 10.
And who was that again?
That was Nokia Hertz.
Nokia Hertz.
Depends on what you're doing with your Nokia.
I know. Depends. Oh, do you remember?
J.O. says, fantastic podcast.
Excellent. That's all we need.
That's what we want. Oh, here's another one. Call VINV.
Okay.
Colvin V. Says, always guaranteed to make me laugh. Niamh, the voice of reason, and Gearóid saying what we'd all love to do.
Once again, I come off as the most boring person on the planet.
No, Niamh, you're the voice of reason.
The voice of reason. Yeah, but nobody wants the voice of reason.
You're the voice who became the voice of reason.
Part of me wants to be the voice of reason because obviously I want to be considered this elder lemon, but then occasionally I think that just sounds boring. But then I like watching my wash and dry and stuff. I suppose that's just where I live.
Look, Niamh, it's just...
I'm not rock and roll. Why can't I be rock and roll?
You're content. You don't need rock and roll.
Content. Jesus wept. I used to be fabulous. God.
Niamh, you still are fab.
I know I am. Deep down, I know I am. I've just encased it in a huggy jacket. Just look, I'm wearing a big cardigan.
You need to put a single out and be number one.
Okay, and live on the edge a bit.
Yeah, just one song.
One song, okay.
One song, just like a proper give us an anthem.
Oh, an anthem.
Yeah.
So no pressure, like.
Okay, we have follow-ups. I have a podcast question. What has become of Floating Shelf Carol?
Oh,
this question I ask myself.
I know.
Once a week. Floating Shelf Carol, if you're out there, please get in touch. We just want to know you're safe and not trapped under a collapsed flat pack.
And also you don't have to give us a sad story or, a really crazy story. Just let us know that you're still there. More importantly, let us know you're still listening because I'm afeard.
Yeah, she could have given up. We've offended her. She could have moved on to another podcast.
Have we offended you?
The thing about Floating Shelf Carol was, I was trying to work this out yesterday actually when we got this. Was Floating Shelf Carol the one who also, the back seat of her car, the front seat of her car, the driver's seat,
fell down.
Was that her?
Yeah, it was.
That was a brilliant
in the bus.
Story.
That was a fantastic
story. I still
think
about that story, and then the bus was going by. And anyway, what has become of Floating Shelf Carol? She has been very quiet. I presume she is off developing a reality series for Netflix.
No doubt.
Love the show, Stephen.
Stephen, thank you for bringing that up. That is real. Yeah, it is a real thing.
Agni Rant's lore.
I know. Hi, you too. This is another one. I'm writing because I heard the episode with the guy who went on Grindr to spread his oats. Do you remember him?
God.
Do you remember him?
Spread his oats.
Yeah, bless him. Like feckin' peanut butter. Anyway,
Niamh. That's disgusting.
I didn't mean that. I mean, spreading. Okay. I say things I don't really think about the implications sometimes. You may edit that out.
I'll edit that out.
Yeah, you won't. I also had a work moment on Grindr a few years ago and ended up dating a senior director at my company. It was a while before we realised that we both worked for the same firm, but when we did, he panicked. Anyway, we kept it on the DL, which I'm assuming is down low with the kids. Is that right?
That's down low, yeah.
Down low in work, and then went official 3 years later.
3 years?
Yeah, there was a lot of sneaking around in work, which to be honest, I kind of liked. We were
Hang on.
Oh, no,
3 years.
I know.
Like, at what point when you're 2.5 years together, like, no, we're still
another 6 months.
Still a bit uncertain.
Let's leave it. Let's leave it where it is. We were eventually spotted getting into the same taxi after a work night out, and the game was up. We got married last year after 8 years together, and yes, he was definitely supposed to be a one-night stand with a hot dad. Love the show. Keep it up. Now that's a tale of two things.
A one-night stand with a hot dad.
Yeah, you remember the one-night stand
with
the hot dad? Have you forgotten that?
Oh, sorry. I thought he meant, yeah, he was definitely supposed to be a one-night stand with a hot dad. I was like, that's creepy. I thought it was a one-night stand with somebody who happened to have a really hot father. I was like, that's a bit weird.
Okay.
No, okay, yeah, got it now.
Are you back in the room?
A one-night stand with a hot dad.
I really should go through these with you before you start. Honestly.
Love the show, keep it up.
Yes, we do. And actually, to be fair, the original guy, he wasn't looking for a relationship.
No. Oh no. He was just looking for something between his commute and his dinner.
Yeah. A little aperitif.
Yeah, a little aperitif. Dear Niamh and Gearóid. Gearóid, myself and my friends saw you at the Everyman in Cork and we had a ball. Oh, lovely. That was ages ago.
I know, so they could come again.
Yeah, I'm actually back there. I'm back there on the 20th of October.
Yeah, you'll not remember any of the jokes. It'll be fine.
Yeah, you won't actually. Actually, that first Cork show was very stressful.
Was it? Why?
I'll tell you why.
Was that at the beginning of your?
I think it was my first big one. But the venue were running a panto in the venue.
What, while your gig was going on?
Yeah, so I was like, the panto had been on that afternoon.
Oh,
I had to do my show in like an enchanted bloody forest with a load of musical instruments in the pit that nobody was using.
Do you know, I've always wanted to do an adult panto.
Weird. An adult panto?
Yeah. You know, where...
Do you just want to go on an effing blind dressed as a Wicked Witch?
No. I do want to be the Wicked Witch.
Loving Yourself and Niamh Kavanagh, In Your Eyes, is our best Eurovision song ever.
Thank you.
Okay, so I feel like we've been equally ego massaged.
Okay.
I'm hoping you can help me. I have a sister, and for the first 35 years of our lives, we were very close. Mm-hmm. We shared absolutely everything. Literally, we were best friends. We always lived close to each other and saw each other at least every second day. Midway through the pandemic, we fell out and we have hardly spoken since.
Oh dear.
I was absolutely fine with it, but now I'm starting to fret about it and I'd love to reach out to her. But I haven't been able to do it just yet. Our falling out began with her fiancé.
Okay.
At the start of the pandemic, his company laid him off and he has been struggling to find permanent work ever since. He worked in events and he was very angry during the pandemic. He would give out saying that lockdowns weren't necessary and that the vaccine will kill... Oh, God. Here we go.
Right, okay.
That the vaccine will kill us. I brushed it off at the start, but then he started to say things that upset and scared my parents. My sister was able to brush off his stuff. She got her vaccines and didn't give him a second thought, but he became more and more hostile towards us and she just wasn't stepping up. I said to her that she needs to have a word with him and she said he was his own person and that there was nothing she could do.
Okay. I know. Move on.
I got annoyed with her, and in one of our exchanges, it all got out of hand. I'd say she battered her. And we haven't spoken since. I'm annoyed with her, but I'd love to bury the hatchet. My sister is very easygoing and she is a bit selfish. She was spoiled as a kid and she just seems to sail through life very entitled. Mm-hmm. That said, I
do worry about her.
Do drop worry about her?
I think that's a typo. I think it's a typo.
Okay, yeah. That said, I do worry about her. Her fiancé isn't an easy man to be around and he seems to have got worse. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Do you think I should send a text or call over? I know that if this is to end, I am the one that will have to do it. Any advice will be very appreciated. Megan. Oh,
as always, there's a lot,
but then also...
It's simple.
Yeah.
It's very simple. The simple truth is you don't have to live with them.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm not saying, but I'm not saying that you can't have your opinion about him. I'm not saying that you have to like him because you don't.
Yeah.
But the reality, we've talked about this before about partners. You don't get to choose who your sister's partners are, your friend's partners are. That's a really tough one to kind of get around. But I'm going to say this. if you care about your sister, now this is obviously going on a couple of years now. And I think there's a bit of a residual because even the way she describes her, she says, I'm annoyed at her. I'd love to bury the hatchet. My sister, she's very easygoing, bit selfish, spoiled as a kid, life very entitled. So there's still issues that you're still cross about here. I think it's really what it is you miss your friend. You feel like she's chosen her partner over you. To be fair, she probably has, but I think sometimes that's the way it works. But it doesn't have to be an either or. You know, you can actually spend time with your sister and not include him, because I have friends and I don't go out with their partners very often. It's very rare. If he's going to get married, if they end up married, you're going to have to be at family events together. So you're going to have to figure out how to get around that. But I don't think you should give him the satisfaction of alienating your sister from you.
Great point.
Which is really important. This is about you and her, not him. Leave him to the side and go. And if you are the one to finish it, then, and you know that, then if you want to, then you should just do it. But you should organise to meet her separately, and you should go start with an apology.
I know, and you may have to just like swallow your knob on this, but like...
Yeah, no, I mean, you don't have to apologise for not liking him or for your opinion on him.
You can just apologise that it's got as far as it has.
Yeah, that would, because that drops people's defences immediately, and then you actually get to what you really need to be saying to each other. And it's one of those
things where you apologise, but you cross your fingers under the table.
Yeah, and actually the tragic thing is, if your sister is all these things that she just says through life, she doesn't process the same as you.
No.
And the chances are, maybe she's not really thinking the same way as you. Maybe she doesn't feel it the same way. Maybe she's actually more ready to be around you.
Yeah, maybe the separation hasn't cost her the same way it's cost you, and maybe, you know, and that's the sad reality, is that sometimes people mean more to you than you mean to them, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just the way people process stuff.
Yeah, they do, and it doesn't mean that you don't mean anything to them. But you know, I just think it's a really funny kind of thing that's going on here. But I think at the root of it is you want to be back with your friend who you were great friends for a long time. Change is always very hard. Always very difficult. It's a good opportunity maybe to go and find friends elsewhere, do other things so that you're not completely reliant on your sister or whatever. Maybe you're not, but she's still your sister, you know, and you're going to have to do things and make decisions together all your life because you're in the family.
Yeah. And I feel like what we're giving you is tough love.
Yeah.
But to counteract that, I will say,
here comes the wheelie bin.
Her fiance sounds like a prick.
He does.
I think the notion that he was like spreading information like that was scaring your parents, I think that I don't believe for 1 second. I just don't believe it. Whenever I hear of this sort of stuff, I don't believe for 1 second he was spreading that information because he was genuinely worried about the health of your parents.
No, he was just annoyed.
He wasn't. He was just doing that because he wants to be somebody that felt like he had more information than everybody else.
Yeah.
And he wants to feel like he was, you know...
important.
He was more important than everybody else, and he wasn't an idiot like all of the people he saw around him, right? Mm-hmm. We all know that type of person.
Yeah.
We all know what they're trying to achieve. We don't have to be like dragged into the bullshit.
We definitely don't have to feed it.
Yeah, and I definitely think you were absolutely right to call it out. I think your sister, the fact that she allowed him... You know, obviously we don't know the dynamics of that relationship.
Sure.
But the fact that she allowed him to do that, you know, she just sounds like a bit of a child, to be honest with you. Like at some point you have to put your foot down when your partner's behaving like a tool.
And the difficulty is, even if she's like very self-confident and very self-contained and all those things that you say, things just go the way she wants. The reality is, the more alienation she comes from people around, she doesn't give her options to come out of that.
Yeah.
So you need to be directly involved with her because you love her and you want to give her indication. Now, you might come out away from that with her, you know, not feeling the same way about that. You can't expect that just because you go in there doing that she's going to, you know, miraculously the switch. It might happen. You know, it might happen then, but it may not happen. But I will tell you this, you will have done what you need to do and she will have heard it. And even if she decides it takes her a year or two to understand that, you know, it gives her an out if she needs it from this muppetry, you know, because at the base of this, it might be simple misunderstanding. He might be a complete dick. It's probably more likely he's a complete dick. But, you know, it might be just a misunderstanding because he's feeling really threatened by the fact that he lost his job and all those things.
Yeah.
You know, and some people don't react well to that sort of thing, and they could be.
Yeah.
And we also know the nature's victims. We know these nature's victims.
Yeah, there's some people that there is definitely an ego thing, I think, with some people that once all it takes for them is to get one knock. And sometimes that happens, you know, when you meet somebody who is like that.
Yeah.
And you kind of see, oh, they've had it easy.
Yeah.
Like things have been actually quite easy for this person. And then they got one wallop and they became this
mad thing.
Bitter, twisted.
Because it shouldn't happen to them.
Yeah.
That's not the sort of thing. But I will say there's one sentence in here that's really important. And that is, she brushed it off. She got her vaccines and didn't give him a second thought. So she clearly is confident enough to be herself within that relationship. So now all that matters is your relationship with her.
Yeah.
You can put up with him for the 5 minutes you do if you just file him under he's nothing to do with me. Right? And he isn't really. Just because he's an in-law doesn't make him, I mean, he's not one yet, but the point is, it doesn't make him have power over your decisions in life. No. But what it does is, if he alienates you from your sister, who you loved and you were great friends with, you know, that relationship will change anyway. This is about you and your sister, really, at the heart of it all. Feck him, you know, just feck him.
Yeah, don't
take him out of the equation. And if you want to call or text, sometimes it's easier with a quick text to begin with, maybe, or a nice message or email or card. Actually, sometimes a handwritten thing. I know that's very old school, but it is nice.
You make a good point there, because you said take him out of the equation, and it's important to remember that I don't believe for 1 second that if he wasn't in the picture that this would have gone on as long as it has.
No.
Part of the reason that you're not reaching out to your sister is because you know as soon as she's back in your life, he's back in your life.
Yeah.
And that, I think, he shouldn't be denying you your relationship with your sister.
He shouldn't have that power on you. And more importantly...
And he doesn't have the power over her.
No.
You made that point as well.
Clearly, he doesn't affect her.
It's you that he's affecting.
And I often think people get offended on behalf of other people and their relationship. And it's okay to worry about people like that, or to care about that, and to check in and see, are you okay with that? Right?
Yeah.
But my argument is, you're not in that relationship. And I say that to people all the time, that you don't have to live with them, right?
Yeah.
And as long as there's no physical abuse or domestic, you know, or even emotional abuse, the thing is, there's no real sign of that there. But you can put it this way, you won't have any notion of knowing if she's all right if you don't get in touch with her.
Yeah.
You know, but the reality is, you can do it. You can do it. And actually, I would urge you to make contact with her and just say to her, I'm really sorry this has gone on so long. I was peeved. We're just going to leave that to the side. Whatever you want to choose, grand. But I am your friend and I miss you.
Great.
I feel sorry for him.
I do feel sorry for him on some level, but on some level I want to slap him.
I mean, I don't want to know him, but
no, I don't want to know him. Like, and I'm sad. Obviously, it is sad when somebody loses their job and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, come on.
Gee up, like.
Yeah.
We've all lost jobs.
Back on the horse.
You know.
Yeah, we all lost jobs.
Yeah. Listen, Megan, we wish you the very best. Get back in your sister. You know, she's your friend. Give her a hug. Tell her you love her. Whatever happens from there doesn't matter. You know, you need to actually say that to her. She's your sister. She's going to annoy you. She's going to, you know. Yeah. But honestly, you only get so many people in your life who mean that way to you. So just don't let that go on another minute, Megan.
And bear in mind that when you're doing this, and if you're feeling a bit like, oh God, I'm going to do this, this is what you want.
Yeah, it is what you want.
This is what you want. And you know, and do you know what? She could have had her come to Jesus moment in the past year and a half.
She could have.
Because you're basing everything you say in this letter on how she was at a time when her husband was a pain in the arse, when everybody's world was turned upside down. And maybe, there's always people that sail through their life, but maybe the way she was then, she was just kind of protecting herself a little bit.
Yeah, could be. But I'll say this on behalf of the people who think some people live their lives sailing, because a lot of people would say that I sail through my life, right? Because I've had very nice success and I'm very positive as a person. I choose. It is. I'm very annoying. I choose quite often how I'm going to cope with something. I don't sail through things. Things have to be done. right?
True.
And the thing is, I choose, because the way I process, I choose to do things slightly different. So I don't dwell on the stuff if I can help it.
No,
Right?
Niamh powers through.
I do. I try very hard. Very hard. But what I'm saying is, Megan, maybe it is, she might have all the appearance of that, but I bet you any money she'll be missing you. I'm going to tell you. But even if she doesn't, it's important for you to do this now. You have to be a bit prepared for that she may not want to.
She may not respond.
But the point is, think about the long game. If you've done that, don't look at it as if I've made myself vulnerable and she hasn't responded and that's worse. Look at it as something you're doing for you.
Yes, and you've done all you can.
And then it leaves the door open for her when she's ready.
Exactly.
Which she may or may not be ready for. And you have to accept that, unfortunately. But we're here for you to help you through that, aren't we?
Yeah. Well, Niamh's here.
Yeah. And Megan, let us know how you get on.
Yeah. Send us a follow-up. We'd love to know.
Yeah, we would.
I feel like we've advised people on a lot of these reunions and we've never really heard how they panned out, which makes me suspect that maybe they haven't
maybe
panned
it's
out
not
that well.
successful. I mean,
if our advice has really screwed things up for you, do let us know so we can help other people by not advising them like that again.
I know, but it's not always going to be exactly what you want. But in the end of the day, if you need this kind of closure or this kind of reconciliation, then why would you not do it for yourself? At the very least.
Yeah.
At the very least.
So that's what the way to think of it. You deserve this.
Yeah, you deserve this.
No, that's actually that doesn't sound great.
No,
you owe yourself this.
Yeah, you do.
Niamh, we have another problem. Do you want to read that?
Okay, I'll read this one. Okay, so dear Gearóid and Niamh, I'm absolutely loving the podcast. I have been listening since the start and I recently found I had a problem and wondered if you might offer me your words of wisdom, Niamh. Gearóid, you can chip in too. Last December, I moved into a new estate. I am the last to move into a new house in a row of new houses. All of my new neighbours have been living here for about 6 months and know each other. And we are the new people coming into a situation where a lot of relationships have already been established. Now, that's quite difficult, isn't it?
It's not that difficult.
I mean,
moving into a
6
new
months.
estate in a brand new house.
In 6 months.
Suck it up.
When we moved in, a neighbour from around the corner called in and said they were starting a Neighbourhood Watch group. Oh, Jesus. Which initially we thought was a good idea. Sorry.
No, here.
I know the heckles on the back of my neck are up already. We had a couple of monthly meetings, which I thought was a bit excessive. Our estate is very quiet.
Monthly meeting?
I know, a couple.
What do you talk about? We're going to get stickers.
I know, a couple of monthly meetings.
But everyone's going to put a sticker in their window.
Okay.
Do I have a show of hands?
Our estate is very quiet. Nothing really happens. In April, but apparently it did, because in April a house on our street was burgled and it shook us up. But the house was vacant and there was no alarm. Okay, fair enough. So there's reasons for that. To start with, the Neighbourhood Watch people started a nightly patrol.
Oh, do me a favour.
A group of men would walk around the block for half an hour at 10 p.m. every night. This went on for about 6 weeks and then some of the men started to drop off.
Fucking insane.
They started to drop off. This caused a lot of problems because they were seen as not pulling their weight and the neighbourhood seemed to be split between them and us. Once the good weather started, some groups of teenagers began sitting on the green area and the Neighbourhood Watch group were very aggressively breaking this up.
Oh,
my God. It has all got a bit toxic and a bit heavy-handed. 2 weeks ago, my husband put his foot down and said he did not want to be a part of this group anymore. He is telling them this weekend, and I'm really nervous that we are going to be shunned.
Jesus Christ.
Is this the Amish community? But my husband...
I don't think the Amish do this.
No, but, shunning. Shunning is an Amish thing, isn't it?
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, sorry.
But my husband said it's all getting a bit weird and a bit too organised. And to be fair, he is doing 2 patrols in exclamation marks a week. It's a lot. And he is right. The guys that do it are very intense. Wow.
Oh, for the love of God.
How do you think we should break it to them? Are we expecting other people to keep us safe and not playing our part? I honestly don't know how I feel about it at this point. I've thought about maybe I should replace my husband on the patrols. Absolutely not. I think the final straw came when they all got yellow vests made with a Neighbourhood Watch and the name of the estate written on it. Can't wait to hear your thoughts, Danielle.
All I'm going to say is straight men.
You don't know they're all straight. Demented. She doesn't say they're all straight.
Come on. I could draw a picture of the men in this group.
Now listen.
People.
There's plenty of good neighbourhood watches.
Yeah. But they meet once a year, they put a sticker in their window and they all just rubberneck when a van pulls up.
They keep an eye.
That's Neighbourhood Watch.
And you have a WhatsApp group that you mute.
This is bordering on militia.
It is, yeah. It is. It is actually. I wonder if you left it. I mean, I'm really conscious of how many people are on this estate.
I guarantee you that this group, this patrol, I guarantee you this is 6 lads with too much time on their hands.
I know, clearly.
That's what this is.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about it is they want to be the pecking order. I guarantee you they're the same people that will want to get a DJ and put it on the green in the middle of the summer.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But not for the teenagers.
Grow up.
Because obviously they won't let the teenagers on.
They won't let that's what you do.
Yeah, I know.
That's what you do when you're a teenager. You sit in a green and shift each other.
Yeah. Do you?
Yeah.
I didn't do that. I'm just realised.
I think what has happened here, right?
Yeah, okay.
Is that this crazy group started by, when everybody is new in an estate, what happens is it all starts to get a bit like they're looking for the pecking order here. Nobody's there, okay, people are there longer, but there's no established structure.
Yeah.
So the Neighbourhood Watch has emerged as this way of almost electing a committee for the area, right? Now, I'm all for a committee.
Yeah.
They get stuff done.
Yeah, they do.
But this is more about people exerting power, right? And that's coming out in the fact that they're wandering around in the idea. I just want to be there the night they decided, you know what we should do? Do you know what make this better? If we all ordered yellow vests. Vests with the name of the neighbourhood on it.
I know.
Come on, lads. Grow
High
up.
vis.
You're not in the Garda Reserve here.
High vis.
You're wandering around a green for half an hour.
The same half an hour.
Pretty certain that you're not going to meet anything.
I'm just going to say the same half an hour.
No, the same half an hour.
Even the
every
stupidest of burglars will go, they do that for half an hour. That's grand. We're free after that. Generally when people burgle, unless they are opportunists, which it sounds like it was there, the thing is, they tend to make plans.
And I do understand that when there's a burglary like that happens, it's good to mobilise and it's good for a bit of visibility, to be seen, to be keeping the place secure. And I admire that. I'm not
I do.
taking the piss out of that. But what has happened is now it's become something that's this idea of the people that aren't in the patrol now are being shown.
No.
Come on.
Now, the other thing, Danielle, is you might be overthinking this.
Yes.
This could be the lawnmower conversation my husband used to say I had all the time, where basically I'd be going in and I'd be anticipating what the other people are feeling or thinking, and I'd be already falling out with them before I even get in there. So in other words, what the reason for that behind is your lawnmower breaks, so you go around to your neighbour's house all the way over there thinking, I'm going to borrow the lawnmower off them. And by the time you get around there, you've convinced yourself they won't lend it to you. And then they open the door and you have this whole conversation. You anticipate how they're going to feel. They open the door and you say, well, feck you and your lawnmower. And they don't even know anything about it. So you might be anticipating more. Now, to be honest, it sounds like there's some sort of, a cult thing going on here.
Well,
it does sound a little bit. And the thing about Neighbourhood Watch is that Neighbourhood Watch also brings out, it's like the PTA, it's like all these things that are done, the parents' associations and all these. They always have the same people on them, the same people who are very community minded, which we all need them to be.
Yeah, we all need them to be.
And we're quite grateful for them to be over there. Right? Yeah. But you don't have to be a part of it.
Exactly. And the thing about it is, any power or authority that a group like that has is given to them.
Yeah.
So in order for them to have that, you have to accept that they have it. So there's no formality. Your husband doesn't need to be resigning from this group.
No.
He doesn't need to be letting people know. It's just are you going on patrol this week? No. Not at the moment. Too busy.
It doesn't suit.
Doesn't suit.
You know the way you can do it. You can say,
no
look,
excuses.
It's great. If you're really under pressure, come and if we can help in other ways. This just doesn't work for us. Yeah. And that's it. And
no guilt, no awkwardness,
to be honest,
no excuses.
I think the other thing that happens is when something new is created, it is quite ardent. It usually kind of settles down. Because I spoke to my mum and dad about this, because obviously in their 80s they've lived through many Neighbourhood Watch situations. Yeah. And the truth is that actually there will always be the ones who participate more. And my dad said, well, it's always quite active at the beginning and then it usually settles down. So this might be the settling period.
Well, the other thing that happens here is you've got a whole load of people that have just bought the most expensive thing that they're ever going to buy.
Ever in their lives.
And they're all in the one place, and everybody has that antsy feel. It's like, when you buy a car and you're like, oh my God, am I going to scratch it? Or like, it's,
you get very territorial.
You do. And you're like, oh my God, I parked it in a car park. Oh, I better rush back and get it. And you're like, it's a car. Come on, grow up. It's going to get scratched.
I know.
And it's like that. They're waiting for the first burglary or the first time something's damaged or somebody robs a flower pot or something. But like, these things are going to happen, and it will calm down. But the problem is that sometimes that these structures, they lead to, I guess, almost like unofficially electing like a Lord Mayor of the area.
I know. And the problem is these people are kind of, they're always going to find some outlet that's going to make them Lord Mayor.
Absolutely. And like, I as much as I'm annoyed and taking the piss, all those people are coming from a starting point of being very well-meaning.
Yes, but it does, a little power sometimes gets a bit mislaid. But the point
this whole thing, and what's important is, as much as you don't
want to be a part of it,
want to be a part of this, you also can't play into the, like, I can't believe I'm saying this, but the shunning of the people that won't patrol.
No.
Jesus.
Yeah, no.
Like, this is how war starts.
I know. Don't disrespect them, because, maybe, to be honest, I was in a friend's house recently, and they recently moved in, and the Neighbourhood Watch or the Neighbourhood Committee came around and they asked if they wanted to donate. It felt a little bit like it was in some sort of protection racket. But it's... But they have and then another friend of mine, she's in the WhatsApp group, the Neighbourhood WhatsApp group in her area, and she mutes it most of the time, but we look at it when we're away because it's always hilarious, because all it takes is one thing, and there's always the same person starts it. Oh, this has happened. Have you noticed this? And then everybody's like, oh, on the top of it. And so the thing is, you don't have to feed into the hysteria. You do have to be a part of it because you live there, but actually you don't have to live it.
The underestimation that's going on here is that people think that if you are not... the people on patrol think that if you're not out patrolling, you are somebody that's not going to be willing to help when you're needed. Yeah. And that's not the case. It's just, thank you very much.
Yeah, listen, things are manic at the moment. It's just really difficult for me to keep this up. I have other things to do. And obviously we're here to help or whatever, in the long term. We are delighted to be living here. There are ways to break up. It's like the whole, it's not you, it's me.
Yeah, completely. And it's not a case that you need to be upset and going worried about it. It's just like, look, it just doesn't suit us. We'd love to help. And anything you need, just knock on the door. You know where we are.
And that's the way to do it. And actually, Danielle, the more important thing is that you shouldn't walk around as if you have done something wrong.
Also, Danielle, can we just murder the notion right here now of you replacing your husband on the patrol?
Absolutely.
Unless there's somebody a little bit hot that you want to spend a bit of time with.
Well, that doesn't bode well for the house ownership, because that you know how it is with divorce. All right.
If someone's a little bit hot and you want to see them in the best, Danielle, step in for a night or two.
But only if he's only wearing the vest.
But no, seriously. You don't need to start getting a dep for your husband. Like, it's grand.
Have you ever
Have you ever what?
Is it the vest thing? Does that do it for you? Yellow vest?
A high vis?
You never know.
No. Have you ever seen a man in a high vis that I fancied? No.
Okay.
I do think that there's a high vis is just one of those things that really
automatically changes the dynamic.
It does. I mean, if ever there was like a heat sink for a sex drain.
Safety first.
It's just
safety first.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like a high vis.
It's hard to be edgy.
No.
Hard to be edgy in a high vis.
Not for me. Now, a policeman's uniform.
Oh.
That would change absolutely everything.
They're bulky in funny places, aren't they? It's got lots of pockets.
Nothing I like more than a good stab vest.
We're going off the point here, Danielle, a bit. But anyway, listen, in no uncertain terms should you be sucked into that situation. No. And more importantly, it will settle down. Don't stress it. And it's perfectly within your right. There's nothing to say. It's not Stepford. It's not, it's not.
Just say, Danielle, I'd love to.
It's not Waco. Is it?
If you could privately let us know what estate this is, because
we're dying to know.
I mean, I feel like I would park my car there, but I wouldn't live there.
No, I know.
It's been wonderful to chat to you.
Always.
As always, Niamh.
Always.
agonyrants@gmail.com if you want to get in touch. We would love to hear from you.
Always.
We'd love your problems. We'd love your suggestions. We'd love your criticisms. We'd love your follow-ups.
Yeah, in that
Please.
order. No, when I actually
order.
put the follow-ups above criticisms. It was,
Yeah,
you know,
honestly,
very few
I always
criticisms.
say I would love a criticism. Then we get one. I get very annoyed.
Very defensive.
Very defensive.
Very defensive.
We'll chat to you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network, a hub for the creative and the curious. Shows are produced in association with Head Stuff and the Podcast Studios Dublin. Find out more or become a member at headstuffpodcasts.com.